everybody, and welcome back to Minecraft. And today is a very exciting day because there is a brand new update called the Copper Age. I'm going to be going through and showing you all of the brand new features that have been added into the game. But before I get started, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post these brand new videos. Now let's go ahead and jump straight into it by heading into this copper house that I've built. Now in here I've got all of the brand new stuff that has been added in this update. I'm going to be going through all of it. Now I know everyone's favorite is going to be the copper golem, and I am going to be getting to him a little bit later, but there's some other stuff that's been added in this update that I want to go over first. And it's in this chest right here, which this is actually part of the update as well. This is the brand new copper chest. So if I go and open this up here, you can see all of the brand new stuff that has been added. So we've got a couple of brand new blocks along with a brand new tool set, armor set, and then the copper golems as well. So I'm going to go through all of these. The first thing I want to start off with is the brand new blocks. Now each block will slowly oxidize over time, so I've got each of the different states here so you can see what they look like. I'll go ahead and put the copper bars down. There's the copper bars right there. And then we've also got copper lanterns, which these are going to be really cool for lighting your base. Now, unlike the copper bulbs, these lanterns won't actually dim as they oxidize. So having just a regular copper lantern and a fully oxidized copper lantern will give you the same light. The copper bulbs that we've had previously, these will slowly dim over time as they oxidize. So that is the one cool benefit to that. Now we've also got the copper torches. So these are the same as a regular torch. They're just colored green, which I think is really cool. So that's going to be nice for a build. Now to craft all these new items, I've got them set up over here in the crafters. To craft the copper chains, you will need a copper ingot with 2 copper nuggets, which these are also brand new in the game as well in this update. All you have to do to get the copper nuggets is just put 1 copper ingot in the crafting table and you'll get 9 nuggets. And then the next one we've got is our copper bar recipe. It's just going to be 6 copper ingots like that. Now the copper torches, these ones are kind of expensive because you have to craft a regular torch and then add a copper nugget to it to get these copper torches. But you do need these to make the copper lanterns. You can't actually use a regular torch in this. You have to use a copper torch with the copper nuggets to make yourself one of these copper lanterns. So that's why you'll use these copper torches, or you can use them as regular torches, but they are a little bit more expensive than regular torches because you have to get those copper nuggets. And then the next one we've got here is the copper chest. And all this is 1 chest with copper ingots around it like that. And that'll get you the copper chest, which has a function with the copper golem, but we'll get to that later. And then the last crafting recipe is going to be the armor. So in here we've got all of the different types of armor that you can make. You can make chest plate, you can make leggings, you can make a helmet, and then you can also make boots as well. And then you can also make the brand new tools. So the same way you'd make all your regular tools. Now the tools in the armor are kind of in between stone and iron. So it's going to be kind of like an early game is where you would mostly use this stuff. But it's definitely helpful, especially the armor, because it is kind of hard to make early game armor because you have to go and find a bunch of iron. And iron can sometimes be hard to find, but you can find loads of copper. So this will be really helpful in the early game to get yourself like some copper armor. And then the tools are pretty much the same as stone. They have a little bit of better durability and they're slightly faster, but not by much. Now there is one more block in this update that you can get, which is not related to copper, but it is a really cool one. And that is the brand new shelf block. So I've got all of the different types of shelves set up over here, and you can make this out of all 12 types of wood. Now, to craft one of these, it's going to be 6 stripped logs in a crafting table like this, and you'll get 6 shelves out of it. Depending on which wood you use, that's what color you're going to get out of the crafting table. And these are really cool for decorating your base. You can display up to 3 items in one of these. And they also have a powered function. So over here, I've got some set up. And these, when they're powered, you can see they kind of change the look. The little lines that are in between them, they go away and they become solid. Now, why you want to power these is because this will allow you to quick swap your hotbar. So if I right click on it, you can see my hotbar has just switched, and you can use this for like battle mode. So if you want to have like your battle hotbar, you can quickly switch, or if you want to do some building, you can get like your building tools, and you can just store them in the shelves. And then if you unpower them, you can put whatever you want inside of them to basically switch your hotbar later on. So that is a really cool function that you can use these for. And then there's one more small change that they've added, which you can see here. It's the dyes. So all of the dyes have been updated. So they now have whatever the color of the dye is kind of like on a little piece of wood. So it's a small little change that's been added in this update, but it is a cool one. And now it's time for the star of the show, which is the brand new copper golems. So the copper golems is probably one of my favorite features of this update, and these guys are going to be really cool. Right here, I've got the copper statues. So what will happen as the copper golems roam around? They will slowly oxidize. They'll start as a solid one, and then they'll slowly oxidize. And once they fully oxidize, which is this one, they'll actually turn into the statue. And you can bring them back with an axe. So if you right click on the statue, you can bring the copper golems back to life, and they will continue the work for you. Otherwise, you can leave them in their statue state, and you can actually change their pose by right clicking on them. Now, why you would want a copper golem is it's going to be useful for sorting systems. This will allow you to create very basic sorting systems. So you can see he's already going through and trying to sort out the items. So what they'll do is they'll look for a copper chest, and they're going to go inside the copper chest, and they're going to grab whatever the first item they can find in the chest is, and they're going to try and find a regular chest that's close by to put that item in. So he's already put the brand new copper horse armor in here, so he can't actually put anything else in there because he's looking for a chest that has the same item in it. Now, where this is going to be useful is this is going to be helpful for sorting items in your world, and that's what I have set up upstairs. Now, before I go over this sorting system that I've created, I do want to show you how you can actually craft your own copper golems. And the way you will do it is using a copper block along with a carved pumpkin. So if I go and put one of these down, I can go ahead and create my very own copper golem. And he will actually come with a copper chest. So this is going to be really helpful for getting copper chests, is you can get it just by spawning in a copper golem like this. Or you can craft them manually. I showed you how to craft them earlier on. But I'm going to get rid of this one because I want them to use this copper chest over here. So if I go and start feeding items into this thing, they're going to start grabbing stuff out of the copper chest, and they're going to try and sort it into one of these regular chests over here. Now, these guys will try and look for up to 10 regular chests at a time, and they're just going to keep working their way through the chests until they find an item that matches. So this one is looking for raw rabbit at the moment, which is actually up here in this chest. So once he puts it in there, it'll actually end up in this furnace and start cooking. So you can use these guys for all kinds of really cool automations. Now, the other cool thing about these copper golems is they will actually sort non-stackable items. So if I put this mace and this trident in the first slot here, one of them should come and grab it, and they'll put it in the tools chest that I've got over here. Because I've already got a mace and a trident in there, they should put it in this chest. There it goes. So now we should have 2 maces. Yeah, we've got 2 maces in the chest. So that is one of the cool benefits with these copper golems, is they can sort non-stackable items. Before, with the original sorting systems that we've had, we weren't able to sort non-stackable items. Now we can. Another cool feature with these guys is they will sort enchanted items. So I've got a knockback 2 netherite axe, and they will actually put this in the chest with the regular netherite axe. This will allow you to be able to sort even your enchanted items into the tool chest. Now, the cool thing about this entire sorting system is this uses 0 redstone whatsoever. Because the copper golem is the one doing the sorting, all you have to do is make sure these guys don't turn into a statue. And the way you do that is by waxing them. So just like every other copper block, you can wax these guys, and you want to make sure you do wax them. Otherwise, they might oxidize, turn into a statue, and break your entire sorting system. Now, over here, I do have an overflow chest, and one thing to note about this, because of the way the copper golems work and they look for the same item in the chest, you have to make sure if you have an overflow chest that it immediately gets rid of whatever items are in there. Otherwise, they won't actually put anything else in this chest, because they're looking for the same item. So as long as this chest is empty, they'll just keep putting stuff in here, and it'll work as an overflow chest. Now, the copper golems are kind of slow at sorting stuff. It takes a while for them to get through all of the items. They can hold up to 16 items at a time, but even with that, it does take them a while to go through, search every single chest to find the item that matches it. So it's not the fastest thing, but if you're looking for a very basic sorting system that doesn't require any redstone, this is going to be the brand new way of doing that. I'm really excited to see what the Minecraft community comes up with these guys. This opens up a whole new world of sorting systems and automation for your Minecraft world. If you're excited about the brand new Copper Age update, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post these brand new videos. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody!